Lurleen, I did what you wanted.
Mark coming over?
He's coming as soon as he can.
Good.
When he gets here, we can show him this print.
Ruby, I really think we're doing the right thing.
I know, honey. I think so, too. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, Mama.
Allison will be down shortly. She was afraid she overslept.
Well, I'm just glad that she was able to sleep at all.
What happened?
She left Justin and Ashley. It was something she couldn't take any longer, I guess.
Well, did something happen?
Oh, Mama, it's been building for a long time. It was an impossible situation. She had to make a move.
That's too bad.
Well, now she doesn't know what she's going to do. She's asked for a full-time job, but even at that, she can't afford an apartment of her own.
I'd like to see her work something out with Justin and Ashley.
Not if I have anything to do about it.
What do you mean?
Mama, I've been thinking. Do you think it would be all right if Allison stayed with us?
Gregory, you sure no one can hear you?
I'm positive. Allison, are you all right?
I'm fine. Now listen, you have to promise me that you're not going to tell Ashley about this. Promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay. Now, as soon as Ashley leaves for work, I want you to call me at Reena Decker's house.
What?
That's right. I have to pick up my things.
What do you need your things for? At Reena Decker's? You're staying there?
That's right. That's why you can't tell Ashley anything about it. Okay?
Allison, she's gonna find out sometime.
Gregory, I have to go now. I love you.
All right, bye.
Gregory, was that Allison? What is this about Reena Decker?
Texas. The first part of Texas is brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new.
Mark, thank you for coming.
No problem. So, why'd you ask me here? Did you find out something else?
Well, not exactly.
Look, I haven't been able to think about anything else except Brett since we talked last night.
Come on in.
Thanks. Where's Lurleen?
Here I am. I just made some coffee. Can I pour you a cup?
No thanks, hon. Not right now.
Oh, Mark, why don't you sit down?
Thanks. You know, it looks clear to me that Brett and Ricky have gone to High Topa.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I just hope she's all right.
Oh, of course she is. Now, Ricky's right there with her. He's not going to let anything happen to her.
See, Mark, we don't want anything to happen to Brett or to Ricky.
That's why we asked you over here. We think maybe we can help.
Did you find something else?
It was right in front of our eyes.
Lurleen, honey, why don't you let me explain this to Mark?
Okay.
See, we know Gretchen has the fire compass.
With the piecemas.
That's right. That's why she kidnapped Ruby, because she thought she had it. The missing piece.
But I didn't.
I don't understand.
Well, see, Lurleen thought we should tell you the whole story, and I think she's right.
You mean there's more?
See, Miles Rehnquist came to our apartment asking about the fire compass.
Only he had a gun. So I snuck up behind him and I hit him over the head with a vase, and then we got rid of him.
A gun?
Yeah, he seemed pretty intent on getting what he wanted, which turned out to be the fire compass.
What happened?
Well, he must have come back here looking for it. So I came back from the coop one day, see, and I opened the door, and he was lying there, right there on the floor, dead.
Dead?
Gretchen killed him for the fire compass.
And now she's after Brett? Ruby! Ruby, why aren't the police in on this?
Well, they're doing their best, Mark. They said they'd try.
But Brett doesn't even know she's in danger.
Well, she might not be in danger yet, Mark. I mean, I know that she and Ricky got a head start on Gretchen.
How do you know that?
Because this guy that she had, Joel, and her left. We heard him leaving.
I have to get after her, but we need that fire compass to find this place.
That's right, you do. But that's where we can help you. See, we have a print of the fire compass.
What?
That's right. We have one right here.
Here you are.
Oh, thank you.
With Justin building his race car right now, my workload's going to get a lot heavier.
You mean worse than this?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
TJ, is that race car really all that important?
Yeah, Justin thinks so. He's going to tie it into the ASI campaign. His racing again will be good promotion for the new line of products.
Yeah, I guess so. I wonder if Ashley agrees.
Ashley hates the idea, and I don't blame her. But Justin's made up his mind, so.
Yeah, I know. I've seen my brother when he's made up his mind.
So pretty soon, I'm going to be a very busy man.
Uh-oh. All work, no play, huh?
Well, we'll see what we can do. Actually, I'm glad that you stopped by this morning because I have something for you.
You are? You do?
Yes, I do.
What? A present? Oh, good. I love presents.
I thought it was about time I reciprocated after all the nice things that you've given me.
Oh.
The watch and the flashlight and, of course, the gasoline can.
Oh, yes, that was exquisite.
Mhm.
Wasn't it?
And the hiking boots.
Maybe I've been a bit too lavish with you, too.
Well, I don't know. So, here you are. Oh, but first, I want you to know why I'm giving you this.
Okay, why?
Well, now, Paige, you've started your own business, and you've been very successful. But I never knew until just recently how strong you really are.
What'd I do?
You had dinner with my parents. Now, you didn't make a big deal out of it, and you stayed cheerful and calm throughout. Now, in my book, that means that you're definitely able to play in the big leagues.
You think so?
Yeah, I know so. So, here you are.
Why, thank you very much.
Well,
Mr.
you're welcome.
Canfield.
Well, go ahead. Yes, open
Can I
it, please.
open it
Yes.
now?
Just tear it apart.
You're a scream, you know that? Oh, TJ, I love it. How did you know I lost my old one?
Well, you can't have too many.
That's true. I guess
Well,
you...
there's more.
Wait, there's more? Hey, look at this.
Did anybody ever tell you that you look just fantastic in a baseball cap?
Okay, Mr. Canfield. How'd you like to play a little game of catch?
Gregory, I want you to tell me now what Allison wanted.
I can't. I promised her that I wouldn't tell you.
I see. Look, I know that a promise is a promise, but sometimes it's better to...
Actually, why did Allison have to leave?
Oh, she wanted to be on her own, be grown up.
I don't understand why we all can't be happy.
Oh, sometimes that's the hardest. I guess we're all just trying to get used to each other still.
I'm used to everybody. It's just you and Allison always get into fights.
Well, I was only trying to help her, though, Gregory. She didn't want my help.
I don't understand.
You do know that I love Allison, don't you?
Yeah, I know that.
And I really want us all to be together again.
Then what's the problem?
She's very, very confused right now and hurt.
She didn't sound like that on the phone.
Well, she probably just didn't want to worry you. She loves you very much.
Then why did she move out?
She just needs to feel like she's on her own for a while. But Gregory, I can't help her anymore if I don't know what she's doing.
Do you want her to come back?
Of course I do, with all my heart. I want us all to be a family again.
Do you think it'd be wrong if I told you what she told me?
Gregory, in this case, I really think that it would be the best thing for Allison if you went ahead and told me.
I'm supposed to call her after you go to work.
At Reena's?
Yeah, she wanted to know when you weren't going to be here so she can come by and pick up her stuff.
She's at Reena's?
Yeah, she's going to move in there. That's what she told me.
What?
Ashley, can you get her back?
I'm gonna try.
Don't yell at her, because if you yell at her, she's not going to come back.
No, baby, I won't.
You promise?
I promise.
And tell her that the reason why I told you was because I want her to come back and that I love her.
I will. Please, don't worry, okay?
Think you can get her back?
I'm gonna do my very best. Okay, now, I'm gonna go over there, and then I'm gonna have to go on back to the office, so please meet me over there, okay?
I really appreciate your letting me stay here last night.
Honey, you know you can always come here.
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I think you should seriously consider staying with us.
Reena, really? Oh, thank you so much.
Allison, Reena thinks that's best, but I'm not so sure.
I see.
I hope you know how much I like you. And of course, you're always welcome to come here.
I understand.
I'm not sure you do. Allison, don't you think by moving in here you might be driving a wedge between yourself and the rest of your family?
I suppose so.
I know you're upset with them now, but are you ready to cut all those ties?
Well, I'll still see them.
Are you sure?
But I make everyone so unhappy. Ashley can't stand living with me.
I can't believe that.
Oh, it's the truth. She's always telling me how I don't lead a good life and that it shows in the clothes that I wear, and she smothers me by trying to dictate how I should live my life. It's fight, fight, fight.
Now, don't you think Ashley is just looking out for you, trying to help you?
But she doesn't help me. She badgers me about what I wear and about working at World Oil. She makes me feel I'll never amount to anything.
No one should have to live in that kind of environment.
Maybe it'd be different if I had some friends, but I don't. And even if I did, I'd be afraid to bring them home because of the conflict I have with Ashley.
I see.
I've tried to get along with her. And she's tried to make things work with me.
Are you
It's useless.
sure you really tried?
Oh, I have. It's just
Well, you just rub each other the wrong way?
all the time. She's my sister. I wish we could get along. But we can't.
You sure you're not overreacting?
Oh, I don't think so. It's awful, the two of us trying to live together under the same roof.
I don't think she's overreacting, Mama.
Maybe I am, Reena. I don't think I'm over my Aunt Hildy's death yet.
That can take a long time.
She was like a mother to me, and then when she passed on and I had to leave my friends and my home.
Must be a very difficult transition.
I keep trying to tell Ashley that I'll get better and that I'll stop talking about Aunt Hildy so much.
You couldn't talk about her?
She says I dwelt too much in the past.
Oh.
And I should cheer up.
Well, have you talked to anyone else about this?
There's no one else to talk to. You're the only ones. Reena, I'll try not to be in the way, but can I stay here, please?
Allison, we'll work something out. I don't like to be the person to separate you from your family, but you're welcome to stay here with us.
Oh, thank you, Vicky. You don't know what you've done for me.
Thank you, Mama.
That Ruby Rat sure is something, she moved.
Yes, she sure is.
No bigger in a minute and all that energy.
She's got a head on her shoulders, though, I'd say.
Very pretty head and smart, too.
It surprised me, though, a young lady with that much on the ball. I didn't expect her to lose track of all that money.
That was some tall story she told us about getting mugged.
I wonder what did happen to that money we give her.
It could be something transpired that she didn't feel free to tell us about.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised. You know, Hannibal ain't here yet.
I did notice that. He's always on time.
You think something's going on?
Can't tell till I talk to him.
I propose that when he asks us about Ricky Decker, we just pass on that cock and bull story Miss Wright provided.
Ricky's off tended to some relative in the Panhandle doing poorly.
Well, of course he is, big-hearted boy.
Although it wouldn't surprise me a bit if that relative didn't turn out to be some cute little gal who needed some attention.
rest and recreation.
Can't hurt a bit if our candidate has a way with the ladies. And if he needs a little R&R, why,
Who are we to spill the beans?
ever met one of them serious types, real dedicated?
Oh, you can't trust them. Can't predict
Good
what
morning,
they'll do
John.
next.
That's right. Why, Mr. Hannibal, we're beginning to wonder if we got the time wrong.
Yeah, well, we're used to setting our watches by you. Anything wrong?
Nothing at all. I apologize for being late.
Oh, we managed to kill the time.
I thought you would. Well, gentlemen, shall we get down to business?
You have a print of the fire compass?
That's right, I made it myself.
Where is it?
We have it, but there's some things I think we should talk about first.
Like what?
We have to tell you more about Gretchen.
Mark, she's a terrible person.
We think she's really dangerous, Mark. See, after she kidnapped me, she kept my purse.
Yeah, and we went back to get it.
You went back to get your purse?
Yeah, well, there were some things in it that were real important to me.
She's real sentimental.
Anyway, we were in her apartment, and we were in her closet.
And we found all her weapons.
That's right. She had all these guns in this secret compartment, real fancy guns and loads of bullets and everything.
She had a secret compartment full of guns?
Ain't that something? Right next door.
And anyway, while we were there, she came back.
And we were hiding in the closet.
And that's when we heard this guy Joel come to be her guide.
Yeah, and then we heard her talking on the telephone to somebody, and it was real scary.
Yeah, and that's when we first heard her mention High-Toe Pa.
Yeah, so you see, Mark, we really think that you should know what kind of person she is.
You have to be very, very careful, Mark. Do you understand?
I understand. Now, what about the copy of the fire compass?
Well, it's not a copy exactly. It's a print.
Well, can I see it?
Oh, yeah, it's right here.
You mean it's been hanging on the wall all this time?
Well, that's right. You see, when we had the fire compass, we really didn't know what it was.
We didn't think it was much of anything.
And when I was painting one day, I dropped it in the paint. And when I tried to get it out, it was all painty. So I wiped it on the drop cloth. And so I thought it looked real nice, and so did Ruby.
Oh, Ruby.
Well, anyway, I made this.
It's an almost perfect print of the thing.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
There's a piece missing here, but we don't have it, neither does Gretchen. I figure we're even.
Well, Brett's going to need this.
If she knows what to do with it.
It's really lucky I dropped it in the paint.
It sure is, honey. Real lucky.
Well, thank you both, really.
Oh, you're welcome. I just hope it helps.
Well, I hope it does, too.
Lurleen,
What?
isn't it about time that we went over to the coop?
Huh?
Don't you have to go get dressed?
What?
You heard what I said.
Oh, all right. I'll see you later, Mark.
Bye, Lurleen. Thanks again. I appreciate it. And thank you, Ruby. Can I take it now?
Not just yet.
Why not?
First, you and me got to have a little talk.
I wanted to talk to you about Ricky Decker.
Oh, we do enjoy talking about that boy.
Fine boy, real fine boy.
Have you been in touch with him recently?
Well, not exactly face to face, you might say.
But we know where he is.
You do?
Why, do you need to talk to him?
Not right at the moment.
Because we could track him down if necessary.
You see, Mr. Hannibal, we said that Ricky's a fine boy. Well, that's not just talk.
Now, he didn't tell us this himself, but some of the folks over at KVIK told us that he's got these relatives up in the Panhandle in Armstrong County.
And they had some sort of trouble.
So Ricky just up and left. Now, that's the sort of person he is. If there's trouble in the family, why, he's right there with them.
Isn't that something?
Yes, Mr. Barnes, that really is something.
Of course, we'll be in touch with him as soon as he gets back.
So if you need to see him, why, he'll be there.
I'm glad to hear that.
I knew you would be.
And I'm also glad to hear that your candidate is not in any trouble.
Oh, that boy couldn't get in trouble if it wanted.
I'm glad you think so, Mr. Boudreaux. And I'm glad your Mr. Decker is safe and sound.
First of all, the baseball equipment was for putting up with my parents. But this is for something else.
What?
For being you. For having that smile. For saying the right thing so often. For looking so beautiful at this hour of the morning. You don't like him?
Oh, no.
Oh, they're just too beautiful.
No, they're not. They're not too beautiful. Nothing's too beautiful for you.
Thank you.
Here, let me help you.
Oh. Oh, oh, DJ.
Here, pull your hair up out of the way.
Oh, wait, a mirror.
No.
I've got to see them.
Well, I don't have a mirror, but you just have to take my word for it. They're almost as beautiful as you.
Oh, thank you, darling.
They fit?
You better believe they fit. They fit just like you do. You know that? You're just right. I love you very much.
Well, that's good. Because I love you too.
What in the world is going on here, Reena?
Well, now, speak of the devil.
Where is she? Ashley!
Allison, explain to me why you're here.
I told Gregory not to tell you.
He didn't tell me. I overheard him on the phone.
Did you bug the telephone, Ashley?
Are you going to tell me why you're here?
Staying here.
Yeah. For about 30 more seconds.
Sorry, Ashley, you cannot talk to Allison like that in
Reena,
my house.
shut your mouth.
Get out.
Not without my sister.
This is my house, and I'm telling you to get out.
Come on, Allison.
Allison is not leaving. She's going to be living with us here.
What?
You heard me.
She's not staying here. She is my sister. She's my responsibility, not yours.
I am not your responsibility. I'm 18 years old and I can do what I want.
Don't do this, Allison.
I can't take it anymore.
Come home and we'll discuss it.
Allison has made up her own mind, Ashley.
Do you think that you could get your nose out of something that is obviously a very private family matter?
Allison has told us all about you, Ashley, and if you're going to continue to make her life miserable on this earth, then I think it's more than just a family private matter.
Well, isn't it surprising that you so nobly took her side?
She cares about me.
She does not care about you, Allison. She's using you to get to me.
How dare you say that? Allison is my friend.
She will not stay here.
She can do what she wants to do.
You will not destroy my family.
You've already done that, Ashley. I'm just trying to pick up the pieces.
Go get your things. We're going home right now.
I already am home.
Don't say that, Allison.
Ashley, I'm staying. I'm staying here with Reena.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
Come on, sit down. I want to make a deal with you.
A deal? About what? The print?
I know how you must feel about Brett right now, Mark. I know how worried you must be.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Ricky. We used to be involved,
I see.
and I still care about him very much. So I'd like to help you find him and Brett.
What does this have to do with the deal, Ruby?
I want to help you. But you can't mention Bo Baker to anybody.
I don't understand.
You have to promise me, please, that you just won't mention his name to anybody, please.
Why not?
Because he used to be a client of mine. And he caused a lot of damage in my life. And he could do a whole lot more.
What did he do?
I can't tell you. You just have to trust me, okay? And you gotta believe I was an innocent bystander. I didn't want to get involved in the whole thing.
Well, then you have nothing to be afraid about, do you?
Nothing to be afraid of. He left us the fire compass. You seen how much trouble that's caused me and Lurleen already?
Okay, I'm sorry that caused you a problem, but what are you getting at?
Lurleen told you that we went to the police.
That's right.
I'm being totally honest with you here, Mark. They didn't believe her. They thought the whole thing sounded too crazy.
Are you saying that the police aren't after Gretchen?
No. But, Mark, please don't tell Lurleen about this, all right? Because she thinks everything's okay now.
Why? Couldn't you convince him?
I didn't try very hard.
We're talking about my sister's life here, Ruby. I can't just keep quiet.
All right, Mark, this is my deal. I'll do everything I can to help you find Brett and Ricky. And I'll give you this copy of the print. But you can't mention Bo to anybody.
Ruby, I have to go to the police.
You can't. They're not going to believe you, Mark. You're going to be wasting your time.
What about Brett?
I think we can find her. We have this copy of the print.
Wait, what are you talking about? Are you planning on going with me?
That's right.
No. No, you stay out of this. This may be too dangerous.
Too dangerous? Mark, I'm an old hand at this by now. And besides, you need me. I'm the only one that knows anything about Gretchen.
Maybe I do. But I don't want to see you get hurt.
I don't intend to. So what do you say? You keep Bo out of the story, and I'll help you find your sister.
All I need is that print.
I know.
So what's stopping me from taking it?
Nothing. Except I think you're a gentleman. Well, listen, Mark, this isn't going to affect Brett at all, but it's really important to me. Please.
Okay, it's a deal.
Good. I'll hang on to this print till you're ready to go.
Thanks.
You let me know when you want to leave, and I'll be ready.
Fair enough. I just have to make some arrangements.
Mark. Thanks.
Excuse me.
Well, hi,
Oh,
Gregory.
hi,
What can I do
Gregory.
for you?
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's all right, honey.
Is there something you want?
I was wondering if it would be all right if I waited in here.
Waited for what?
Well, see, Marshall's away and Ashley isn't here yet.
Oh, well, she's not. Well, sure.
Oh,
Yes, just make yourself at home.
Come on.
Thanks.
Well, I'm better go or I'm going to be late.
I'm sorry I walked in while you were kissing.
Oh, no, don't mind that, honey. Here. Mwah. That'll make up for it. And Mr. Canfield? I'll see you later.
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay. I've never had a date start as great. Thanks. Oh, Gregory, could you do me a favor?
What?
Well, I'm on my way to work right now, and you know, I'm gonna look pretty silly if I wear this to the boutique. Would you take care of it for me?
Okay.
And the ball
Thanks.
that TJ gave me?
Thanks.
Okay. Have a good day.
Bye.
See you tonight. So, Gregory, you want some juice or something?
No, thank you.
Okay. So what are you going to do today?
Nothing, I guess.
That sounds great. Is something wrong?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
There's nothing anyone can do.
Are you sure?
TJ, everything's gone wrong. Marshall isn't even here to talk to.
Allison? Ashley, why don't you leave before you embarrass yourself further?
Allison, go get your things. We're going home right now.
No! I'm not going to let you order me around any longer, Ashley. I won't stand for it.
Don't talk to me like that.
Why? You treat me like I'm some sort of servant.
Don't do this.
I'm only taking care of myself.
You did this, didn't you?
I haven't done anything. Allison came here on her own free will.
I see your handiwork all over this mess,
This has
Reena.
nothing to do with Reena.
It has everything. What has she been telling you?
Nothing! But she listens to me. And she doesn't tell me that I look like trash and that I never do anything right.
I've never, ever said that, Allison.
But you imply it all the time. Ashley, I can't live where I don't have room to breathe and where someone's on my back all the time.
I don't understand where you get this idea that you're so persecuted. I don't understand.
So it seems.
Allison, you're my sister. I love you.
Do you?
Of course I do. And we're family, and that means more than anything.
Does being family give you the right to run my life?
I'm only trying to help you.
By yelling at me all the time?
If that's the way it seems, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. Come home now. We can sit down and discuss this, and we'll work everything out.
Mm-mm. No, Ashley, it's too late. I'm going to run my own life from now on. Leave me alone, Ashley. You want me to tell our friend?
Oh, you must be very happy, Reena.
I beg your pardon?
Have you been working a long time to turn my sister against me?
I didn't do anything, Ashley. I simply listened and tried to understand.
Come home.
I am home.
I see. Reena, I have never liked you.
The feeling is mutual.
I have never liked you swinging through life, grabbing whatever you wanted.
I really think you should leave now.
And, you know, you've done some malicious things in your life.
I don't have to stand here and listen to you.
But this is family, and you have turned my sister against me, and you will not get away with it. Get out! I'm going to be very, very sorry for what you've done.
Allison!
Allison! Come home. We need you.
On The Doctors, Greta asks Billy for a divorce.
Divorce can be a very ugly situation.
Don't threaten me, Billy, because I will fight you with everything I've got.
To fight Greta, Billy puts the squeeze on Natalie.
I'm giving you 24 hours to come up with that $1,500, or else I blow the lid on your little fantasy dream world with Luke.
The Doctors, weekdays on NBC.
So you want to talk to Justin?
He's gone.
I know. You miss him, don't you?
Yeah.
You know, I'll bet if Justin were here, he'd tell you to talk about what's bothering you.
Yeah, probably.
I'm a good listener. Maybe I could help.
It's Allison.
What's wrong?
Well, she left.
She left home?
Yeah, she's living at Reena's now. She called me up this morning. She wanted to know when Ashley was going to be there so that she could come by and pick up her things.
No wonder you're upset.
Ashley's real unhappy. She went over to Reena's to try and get Allison to come home.
I can see why you wanted to talk to Justin.
Yeah, he'd know what to do.
Sure he would.
Allison's like my sister. She just walked out.
You miss her, don't you?
We were a family. Marshall, Ashley, Allison, and me. Just one family.
You know, even if Allison doesn't live at your house, she's still family.
Marshall could get her back.
Maybe. You know, sometimes people do some really dumb things when they're upset, like moving out. And all they really need is a little time alone. Maybe when she's not so upset, she'll want to come back.
Hope so.
It must be pretty rotten with both Allison and Justin gone.
Yeah.
Well, I think everything will work out, Gregory. I really do.
Why do they have to leave? Why do they have to leave? Just stay together.
It'll work out, Gregory. They'll come back. It's gonna be okay.
He just left.
Well, what did you have to talk to him about that was so important?
I made a deal with him.
Is he gonna invest?
No, honey, I don't mean that. About the print.
I thought you were gonna give it to him so he could find his sister.
I'm gonna do that. I just wanted him to promise me that he wouldn't mention Bo Baker to anybody.
Oh, what difference does it make? I already told the police everything.
I know, Lurleen, but I just don't want him telling it to anybody else.
Ruby, he didn't take the print with him.
That's right. We decided I'm gonna hang on to it till we're ready to leave.
We?
Yeah, we're gonna go together to find Brett and Ricky.
Oh, Ruby, I don't have to go too, do I?
Oh, no, honey, I didn't mean that.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all starting over again.
Oh, no. Hang in there, Lurleen. The whole thing is almost over.
I sure do hope so.
You've been through enough already, honey.
Well, I sure agree with you there.
But I'm gonna go with Mark. We're gonna try to get to the bottom of all this.
You take care of yourself, you hear?
Oh, well?
I know you'll do great. Look how well you've done so far.
That's only 'cause I had you, Lurleen. I think we make a pretty good team.
We do, don't we?
We sure do, honey. Pretty good team.
Yes.
It's Adams checking in, sir. Ricky Decker and the Wheeler girl just passed on the way to High Topa.
You know exactly where they are?
Gretchen's right on their tail.
You've been in touch with her?
Oh, yes, sir. The radio system is working fine. Gretchen says as soon as she's certain that they have the missing piece of the fire compass, that they'll be taken care of.
Tell Gretchen I'm looking forward to hearing that she has the missing piece.
Yes, sir.
And especially that Mr. Decker and Miss Wheeler have been eliminated.
And there's no way you can be cleaner than that. You see, Ivory doesn't mix up clean with a bunch of one thing. Get me as clean as I can be. So I feel clean, I smell clean. That's an honest clean.
Make a clean breath. You try it.
I hope you understand my reservation. I really thought that you were acting hastily. But I think now you've made the right decision.
I don't know how I'm ever going to repay you.
That's not necessary. We're friends, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
I often think about that night you came over here to see Reena. First time we talked.
You were so nice.
Well, Allison, I was at a pretty low point myself that evening, and it was nice for me to have someone to talk to. But now that you're here in the house, we'll be able to talk with each other, well, whenever we feel we need to.
That'll be wonderful, won't it?
Mm-hmm. This is your home now, and I don't want you to be embarrassed to ask for anything.
You've done so much for me. I don't deserve it.
Of course you do. All my friends deserve the best.
Thank you, Vicky. Thank you so much.
TJ,
Ashley, you all right?
is it that obvious?
Gregory was in here. He told me what happened. He's waiting for you in your office.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he was a little upset, but I calmed him down.
Oh, I better go to him.
No, it's all right. It's all right. He said he wanted to wait for you in your office. He said he wanted to think.
Oh, isn't he something?
He sure is. How'd it go with Reena?
It was horrible. I couldn't. Allison won't come home. I begged her.
I'm sorry.
Well, I just can't seem to get through to her. Reena just stood there gloating over the whole thing.
Well, look, it's an awkward age. You gotta rebel. You gotta fight against authority.
But she's not mad at everybody, TJ. It's just me.
Did you ever think that it might be very difficult to be your sister? You know, you'd be an awfully hard act to follow.
No, we never, ever had those kind of problems. No, something new has been added.
What's that?
Reena.
Now, Ashley...
Listen, TJ, she's up to something. I know her. But she's not gonna get away with it. Thank you very much. It's very nice of you to make time for me, Julia.
Oh, it's no trouble at all.
As a matter of fact, it made me feel kind of important when I told my husband that you wanted to interview me for KVIK.
Well, like I told you, I'm a producer at KVIK, and I'm interested in doing a documentary on women in business.
Oh, that sounds so interesting.
You know, I think it can be if we get the right slant on it. Of course, it's very easy for us to get information about these women, like how old they are and what kind of a job they do, but I thought that would be pretty boring to put on television.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So I thought it would be interesting if we could talk to people who knew these women before they became successful or famous.
Oh, isn't that clever?
Now, you were a sorority sister of Ashley Lyndon Marshall.
That's right. Kappa Gamma Phi, sisters till we die.
Isn't that sweet? I want to talk about Ashley at the University of Texas. Now, what kind of a girl was she? Did you think that she would go as far as she did?
Oh, let's see. Of course, now, I always liked Ashley.
Of course, we all do.
But frankly, I was a little surprised when I'd heard that she was so successful in business.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, not that she didn't always do well in her courses. No, she's a bright girl.
But?
Well, she just didn't seem serious about business and such. You see, she was very popular.
Ashley?
Oh, yeah. She was just so easy, big smile on her face for everybody. As a matter of fact, I spent my entire sophomore year trying to be just like her.
You did?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what made it all so sad.
Made what so sad?
Oh, when Ashley left school.
Ashley didn't graduate?
Well, not that I know of. No, Ashley left school when her big romance went sour.
Tell me about that.
Oh, they were the handsomest couple. Well, all the girls, we simply swooned over TJ.
TJ?
Yeah. See, he and Ashley were secretly engaged. Oh, it was the most romantic thing. I was devastated when it blew up.
His name was TJ.
Yeah. I never really knew what it stood for. But I can see him now like he was standing right in front of me. TJ Canfield. What a hunk.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
You mean that Ashley was engaged to a man named T.J. Canfield?
Yes, that's why I tried to be just like her for an entire year. Oh, he was so handsome.
Was it serious between them?
Oh, I should say so. That was back when being engaged meant something.
Well, what went wrong?
Parents. See, TJ's parents were not exactly delighted when they found out.
Why not?
Well, TJ, aside from being a dream, came from money. Oh, what a catch he was. See, Ashley didn't have money then.
So it was TJ's parents that broke it up?
Well, I wasn't privy to the details, but that's what we all thought. It was thoroughly discussed by the Kappa Gamma Phis.
And then Ashley left school.
That's right. Is this what you want?
Oh, yes. This is exactly the kind of detail that we're interested in. Exactly.
This part of Texas was brought to you by Spick and Span. Spick and Span. It helps your floor show its true colors. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Occasional rain and snow. The lake is ice covered. For the west half of Lake Erie, southeast south winds increasing to 20 to 30 knots this afternoon. Winds will be south to southwest of 20 to 30 knots tonight, becoming northwest of 15 to 25 knots Thursday. Possible showers this afternoon. Chance of showers again Thursday. The lake is mostly ice-covered. The following is a summary of climatological weather data for the metropolitan Detroit area for Tuesday, March 9th. The high temperature was 33, the low 16, and that produced a mean temperature of 25 degrees, which was 8 degrees below normal. The temperature...
Honey, are you okay? You seem real quiet.
I'm just thinking.
About what?
About you and Mark going to look for Brett and Ricky. What you're doing is real fine.
Well, I just want to help. I feel like this whole thing's my fault to begin with.
Ruby?
What, hon?
I keep thinking I should be helping too.
Lurleen, now you listen to me. You are helping just by staying here and running the coop. Besides, I really think you've been through enough already. I want you to concentrate on getting some rest.
I won't be able to rest, Ruby.
Why not?
If you and Mark go to Hatopa, I'm going to be worried sick about you.
Oh, honey, we're going to be okay.
You and Mark will be in as much danger as Brett and Ricky, maybe more. We already know for sure that Gretchen wants to kill you, too.
Lurleen, don't think like that.
Well, how else can I think? The way I figure it, you might never come back from Hatopa.
Ricky, I just don't understand it. We followed Miles' instructions exactly.
We'll just have to try again tomorrow, Brett. Now I think you better get some sleep.
Sleep? I can't sleep. Miles' words just keep running through my head. You know, I think we're close to finding that cave.
We are close.
Ricky, what if we can't find the secret room within the cave?
You'll find it.
Well, if we don't, we made this whole trip for nothing.
All right. Hold it. Hold everything. Do you realize I have been following you everywhere around this building? Will you tell me what is going on here?
Allison just moved in with Reena Decker.
You're kidding. How did that happen?
I don't know. All I know is that Ashley's devastated.
Of course. How did Reena maneuver that one?
That's what Ashley'd like to know.
TJ, she must be so upset.
Yeah, she is. Look, I know that we're not supposed to get involved with these things, but I think we've got to. Ashley needs our help.
You mean that Ashley was engaged to a man named T.J. Canfield?
Yes, that's why I tried to be like her for an entire year. Oh, he was so handsome.
Well, was it serious between them?
Oh, I should say so. Well, this was back when being engaged meant something.
What went wrong?
Parents. TJ's parents were not exactly delighted when they found out.
Why not?
Well, TJ, aside from being a dream, came from money. Oh, what a catch he was. See, Ashley didn't have money then.
So it was TJ's parents that broke it up.
Well, I wasn't privy to the details, but that's what we all thought. I can assure you it was thoroughly discussed by the Kappa Gamma Phi's.
And then Ashley left school.
That's right. Hey, is this what you want?
Oh, this is exactly what I want. It's exactly the kind of detail that we're interested in. You know, it's fascinating. I just didn't realize that Ashley and TJ were that close.
Oh, yes. They were quite an item back at school.
Well, what happened to Ashley after her engagement was broken?
I don't really know. I didn't see Ashley for a while. I guess she was pretty devastated by it.
Isn't it interesting how things come full circle? Do you know that Ashley and TJ worked together at Marshall Oil?
Well, that must be difficult for them.
I wonder.
I haven't been any help at all, have I?
Nonsense. You have been wonderful. Anything I can learn about Ashley Marshall is helpful. Very helpful.
Texas. The first part of Texas is brought to you by Oxidol. Oxidol bleaches as it washes. For white so white, they'll actually compare to new.
Why did Allison move out?
I don't know, got tired of the arguing, I guess.
Well, I know it's been pretty hard on both of them lately.
You know, the sad thing is that Ashley really does love Allison.
Of course she does. She's just trying to protect her.
Well, kids that age don't want to be protected.
What do you think about Allison, honey?
Seems like a pretty normal kid to me.
Yeah. Such a painful age, don't you think?
Mm.
Wanting to be a child, wanting to be an adult. I remember how confused I was.
It's a tough time. You're gonna make mistakes that'll change your whole life.
Oh, it must be killing Ashley that she went to Reena, though.
Yeah, she's really hurt.
How could Allison do such a thing? She knows about Reena and Ashley.
Well, it certainly would be a good way to get back at Ashley and show your independence at the same time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Gosh, I feel badly for her. She's been through so much lately.
Look, we've got to help Ashley, at least till Justin gets back.
She doesn't want us interfering in her private life. She's made that very clear, TJ.
Look, Paige, she's all alone. She needs a friend.
Well, okay. All right. Let's see what we can do to help her out. Maybe we can make her feel better.
Look, I think maybe it might be best if you were the one who talked to her.
Me? Alone? Now, wait just a second. You're Ashley's friend, too, TJ.
Yeah, I know, but right now I think she needs you.
Hey, you two.
Well, look who's here, Lurleen, if it isn't Mr. Mark Wheeler.
How you doing?
Mark. Oh, we're doing fine, aren't we, honey?
Oh, yeah, we're doing fine. Have you found anything about Brett and Ricky?
I need some answers.
I'm so glad you're helping. I just know they're in a lot of danger with Gretchen after them.
I know, that's why we need some answers fast.
But what can we do to help?
Are you sure you never heard any mention of where High-Toe is?
I didn't. Did you? No, I don't think so.
What about Joel? What do you know about that guy?
Well, Elena just said that he was a guide that was going to take this lady up to High-Toe Pie.
You know how we can reach him? What about last name? We gotta track this guy down.
But they've already gone.
I know. But if we could get into his office, maybe we could find a clue. I know it's not much to go on. That's all we've got.
Gretchen, Hannibal's getting impatient. What's happening there?
Look, I'm working as fast as I can. Now tell Hannibal that.
He wants action.
He's gonna get plenty of action, I can guarantee you that.
Do you know where Decker and Wheeler are?
Of course I do. Isn't that why I am here?
Then if you do know, why are you stalling?
I am not stalling. Look, you ought to try going down in that canyon. It's like a maze. You get lost and turned around every place you go.
Gretchen, do you realize how important this mission is?
Yes, I do know. Now stop hassling me, Adams.
Hey, Gretchen.
Look, I gotta go. Joel's back.
You got any trouble with him?
Nothing that I can't handle.
Now I'm signing off. Hey, I was beginning to worry about you.
Yeah, I've been down there looking for a different way into that canyon.
Did you find one?
No. And I know that there's one there, and I just can't find it.
Well, maybe you'll find one yet. Come on.
Did you want to go back down in there today?
Well, I was going to leave that decision up to you.
I think we'd be better to go tomorrow.
Fine. I got to finish up those notes I was taking on that desert sage I found yesterday anyway.
Now, you're not taking me down in that canyon again to look at more desert sage, are you?
No. I'm looking for something far more important than desert sage.
Mark, you've got gotta hurry. What's gonna happen to your sister and Ricky if Gretchen gets to him before you do?
Think of it. That's why we need some answers fast.
Well, how are you going to get some answers? I mean, we don't even know this guy's last name.
We'll think of something.
You know, I was serious about what I said.
About what?
I want to go with you to High Topaz.
If we can find High Topaz, and right now it's a pretty big if. Unless we can track this guy down, Ruby, we're not going anywhere.
I got it.
Well, how'd you find it so fast?
I just looked under guides in the yellow pages.
You don't even know this guy's last name.
Well, look at this. It's an ad for Joel's Guide Service, Walker Tours Incorporated. I mean, it's got to be it, doesn't it? How many guides could be named Joel?
Lurleen, you're beautiful.
I just looked in the yellow pages.
That's my partner. She's always thinking.
Thanks, Lurleen.
Hey, where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going? I'm going to Joel's Guide Service, see what I can find out.
Aren't you forgetting something?
No, I got the address.
I'm talking about me. You're not going anywhere without me. You promised.
Well, then come on. What are you waiting for?
Oh, y'all be careful.
Oh, honey, you don't have to worry about us. We're just going to go to Joel's office. Nothing's going to happen.
Hey, Lurleen, come on. I'll take care of it.
See? I'm in good hands.
Why'd you do that?
Because you got us Joel's address, and that's the best thing that's happened to us all day. Now, come on.
Bye.
Now, Ashley is your friend too, TJ.
I know that. Sometimes she forgets, though.
Now, what's that supposed to mean?
It's a long story. Just take my word for it, okay?
Okay, what do you want me to do?
Just talk to her. I think she needs a sympathetic ear.
TJ, she's gonna think that I'm sticking my nose right back into her business affairs again. You know that.
Because she's up against a wall. I mean, without Justin here, who's she going to turn to?
You're right. Okay. All right, I'll do what I can.
That's my girl.
Wait a minute. Is this really the proper place for this, Mr. Canfield?
Seems all right to me.
Yeah, but what if somebody walks in?
No problem.
No problem?
Mm-mm.
Oh, what do you mean?
You know what I'd do if somebody walked in here?
What?
I'd say, I'd like you to meet the woman I love.
Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, I like that one, yeah. I think it was just fun.
There you are, Ashley, darling. My. The years haven't been very kind to you, have they? Come in.
Hi, Reena.
Hi, honey.
Do you have a minute?
Sure. What can I do for you?
Well, I wanted to thank you again for letting me stay at your home.
Oh, honey, you don't have to thank me. I'm just glad that we were able to help you out.
Oh, you did. Well, you have no idea how much you did.
Well, if I were in a jam, you'd do the same thing for me.
You can count on it.
That's what friends are for, aren't they? Are you okay?
Yeah, I guess so.
Any second thoughts about moving out?
No, I had to move out. Ashley and I would have just killed each other eventually. It's just,
Just what?
Well, I've been thinking about Gregory.
What about him?
I'm really gonna miss that little guy. We've been together forever, and I love him a lot.
Well, there's no reason why you can't see him. He can come to the house any time he wants.
Do you mean that?
Of course I do, honey. If you want, you can see him every day.
Oh, that makes me feel so much better. Thank you.
How's Justin handling this?
Justin's out of town.
You think that he's going to force you to move back home?
Oh, no. No, Justin understands about people needing to move out.
Ashley doesn't.
No way. No. I think if Ashley had her way, I'd still be in pinafores and black patent leather shoes.
I'm sure you make her feel old just thinking that she has an adult baby sister.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. So, do you think you're gonna like your new home?
Oh, I love it. You and your mother have just been terrific.
I'm glad it's gonna work out for you.
Reena, I want you to know that as soon as I can, I plan to get a place of my own. I don't want to take advantage of your friendship any more
Honey,
than I
what
have to.
is this? You just moved in and now you're talking about moving out? Aren't we good hosts?
You know you are. I don't want to be in the way.
Will you stop it? There's no possible way how you could be in the way. I mean, that's an awfully big house for two people to just ramble around in.
Well, isn't your father coming home soon?
He's out of town for a while.
Well, I'd like to be out by the time he gets back.
That's not necessary, Allison. If you want to stay, you can stay as long as you want.
Oh, Reena, I really have to get out and get a place of my own. I mean, that's why I left Justin and Ashley.
How are you going to do this? You have to be realistic. It takes a lot of money to start housekeeping.
Maybe I could get the money from an old friend of the family's who's here in Houston. Maybe he could help me out.
Allison, I don't want to hear any more about this moving out or borrowing money. Now, Mama and I are delighted to have you staying at our house. I just want you to relax. Try to enjoy it, okay?
Brett, it's not like you to be so pessimistic.
Ricky, I am just so frustrated.
I know you are. You were hoping to find Miles here.
Oh, yeah, I was counting on it. You know, all those times when he never answered his phone, the only thing that made any sense to me was if he was already on his way to Haitopa.
Well, it's still possible.
No, it's not. Nobody's been here, not in ages.
Brett, you don't want to back out now, do you?
No. I just wish we'd find some answers, though. That canyon just does something to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's really a strange feeling.
I feel disoriented and turned around, like I forget what we're doing here.
Oh, Miles sure was right about those supernatural feelings, even when you try to fight it.
Ricky, you think we're going to find that cave?
Oh, Brett, there's no question about it. We are a pretty determined pair.
I'm glad you're here.
You don't think I would have let you come out here alone, do you?
No.
Hey, listen, would you feel a little better if I made you some hot coffee?
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah, but will you drink it?
You're beginning to sound like Vivian.
You're not answering my question.
All right. Yes, I'll drink it.
Okay.
I first saw Suta's rock and its symbols. I knew nothing of the fire compass. But as I read the symbols, with my knowledge of these ancient signs, I realized that the entrance of the cave and its secrets were protected by Suta's magic. They could be found only with a fire compass which he had shaped from the heart of an ancient oak. My rational mind said that if there was a cave entrance nearby, I could find it without some magical toy. But Suta's magic seemed to grip me. The more I searched the canyon wall, the more jumbled my senses became. The canyon wall spun irrationally overhead.
Here's your coffee. Much out of time. Hey, are you okay? You look like you've just seen a ghost.
It's that legend, Ricky.
Brett, you've got to try and put it out of your mind for now.
I just can't. We have got to unlock Sutar's secret.
Brett, that's why we're here. We'll do it.
How? How are we going to do it, Ricky? We can't even find our way around in this canyon.
You know how to pick a lock. What are we going to do? Call us?
Take the credit card, you slide it in the door in between the frame here and the door handle. You just jiggle it around a little and it opens like magic.
Let's try. It's not working. Where's your dinghy when I need it? You got a hairpin?
Yeah, I think so. Why? That one always works in movies. Here.
Guess I'll have to break it down.
You can't do that.
Why not?
Because you're going to get hurt.
I'm not gonna get hurt. I'll just stand back.
That was wonderful.
Close the door, quick.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You get the desk, I'll get the file cabinet.
Okay. Mark?
What?
Come here for a minute.
What you got?
Yeah, I think so.
Gretchen Randolph, naturalist, guided this river in Hypopa.
That's it, isn't it?
Sure is.
Oh, good. What good is that going to do us?
Well, it says north this river.
So?
So? It's a place to start.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, we go back to World Oil Map Room and look through the New Essex River maps. Come on.
You think we can find it?
I hope so. Brett and Ricky depend upon it. Let's go.
Stay tuned for the next part of Texas. And now, the next part of Texas.
Darling, you know it's not going to be so easy to get back down there.
Well, I never expected it to be easy. But I'm determined to find what I came for.
Why is this so important to you?
Well, no other naturalist has ever recorded these plants before.
They're different than other plants?
That's right. There was an explosion here about 700 years ago.
Yeah, now I've heard that legend myself. You don't really believe that's true, do you?
Look, all I know is there was an explosion that altered some of these plant forms. And this is the only place in the world that you can find those plants.
That is why.
And wouldn't it be something if I could be the first person to bring them back?
I like your determination, I really do. But when we get down there, how about explaining to me all this stuff that you're doing, because you are now getting me fired up about it.
Sure.
Well, you think you'll be able to find those plants down there when you get there?
Well, I got it. And believe me, I'm not going back to Houston until I've gotten what I've come for.
Ashley?
Oh, Paige.
Oh, hi.
What are you doing here? Hi.
Oh, well, I just thought I'd stop by and see how you were.
Paige, you're not fooling me.
What do you mean?
Well, I figured that you'd talk to TJ.
Yeah, we talked.
Did he tell you Allison moved out?
Yeah. I thought you might need a friend by now.
Yeah. Yeah, I sure do. I tell you, it's been hard with Justin gone.
Well, come on, hon, sit down. Tell me what happened.
Well, same old thing. We argued, of course.
Yeah.
But this time, next thing I knew, she had moved in with Reena Decker.
Sounds like a pretty bad fight, Ashley.
Well, not really. You know, what I think bothers me the most about the whole thing is that Allison is going to get hurt.
Well, why do you say that?
Because I know Reena, and she's convinced Allison that she's her friend.
Well, maybe they do like each other.
Reena knows that she can use her to get at Justin and me. What do you think Allison's going to do when she finds out?
She's going to get very hurt. But you don't know that for sure, Ashley.
Yes, I do. See, I know how Reena operates. Yes, I do. Allison's going to be destroyed when she finds out. Just destroyed.
If that happens, then she'll just come back to you and Justin.
Can you imagine the kind of scars that she's going to have to carry then?
You really love her, don't you, honey?
Yeah, of course I do. She's my sister. Paige, why? Every time I love somebody, do I end up hurting
Now
them?
stop that. Stop talking like that. You know that's not true.
Yes, it is. It is true. I've heard them all.
Wow. This is really a nice office. Sure is a lot nicer than mine at the Coop.
Oh, it's not my office. It's Reena Decker's.
Oh. Well, if this is Reena's office, yours must be incredible.
I don't have an office.
Didn't you tell me you were president of World Oil?
I know.
Well, then how come you don't have an office?
Because I don't like offices. They tie you down. I like to feel free to wander around, do my own thing. Other than these file cabinets and per phone, I don't need any of this stuff.
If I were president of a big oil corporation like this, I would want the biggest, fanciest office I could get.
Well, shows you everybody has their own style.
Well, how does Reena feel about you traipsing in and out of her office?
She doesn't mind.
Really?
Yeah.
That surprises me.
Why?
Reena doesn't seem like the kind of person who wants somebody infringing on her territory.
She's not like that. She's been terrific.
Guess she knows enough not to mess with the boss.
Ruby, you got her all wrong. She's a dynamite lady.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what do we do now?
Well, we wait for the map room to be free and go look for High Topaz.
Think we can find it?
I think we'd better. If those maps are down there and High Topaz exists, we'd better find it. Just might take a little digging, that's all.
Well, it should go a little faster with two of us looking.
Yeah, well, I hope so. We're running out of time.
I'm not going to leave your side till we find Brett and Ricky.
You're terrific. You know that?
I just want to help. Ricky's my client. But more than that, I really care about him. I care about what happens to him.
Look, I better go down to the map room. If, maybe I can stare at those guys for a while and they'll manage to get the message and get out.
Well, do you want me to come along with you?
No, you just stay here. You're comfortable here, aren't you? Okay? And I'll come back and get you as soon as the map room's free.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. You'll be okay, huh?
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay. See you later.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Decker. How very nice to see you.
What are you doing here, Ruby?
doctors, Greta asks Billy for a divorce.
Divorce can be a very ugly situation.
Don't threaten me, Billy, because I will fight you with everything I've got.
To fight Greta, Billy puts the squeeze on Natalie.
I'm giving you 24 hours to come up with that $1,500, or else I blow the lid on your little fantasy dream world with Luke.
The Doctors, weekdays on NBC.
Paige, what am I gonna do?
Now, the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna stop blaming yourself. You're not guilty of anything,
She
Ashley.
left because of me?
She left because she's 18, Ashley.
Why did I have to be so hard on her? If I'd kept my mouth shut, she'd still be living with Justin and me.
Now, Ashley, you've just got to give her some space. And trust, she'll be back, I know it.
What's so bad is that she's living with Reena Decker. That's what makes me so mad.
Yeah, I know that hurts, doesn't it?
It's not just that it hurts me, Paige. It's more than that. What if Allison does get in trouble? What if she gets sick? Do you think that Reena's gonna call? Think she's gonna let us know? No, because she's got Allison to use against Justin and me.
Wait a minute, I think we're forgetting something here.
What?
Vicki Bellman.
What about her?
Well, now, you get along with her pretty well, don't you?
I guess so.
I think you should go talk to Vicki. Tell her how upset you are. I know she'll listen to you.
Are you kidding? I'm sure that Reena's probably turned her against me.
Now, wait a minute. Don't sell Vicki short. She is a neat lady, and I know that she'll listen to you.
I don't know. I mean, she's still Reena's mother.
Yes, but that's just it, Ashley. She's a mother. She'll know your concerns. She'll understand what you're feeling.
You think so?
Yes, I know it. Now, will you go do it?
Well, why not? I mean, what have I got to lose?
I think it'll help.
Well, maybe it will. Maybe.
Feeling a little better?
I know it doesn't seem like it, but yes, I am, and thank you. Thank you.
That's what friends are for, honey. And I love you, you know that.
I love you, too.
Now, something else, Ashley.
What?
TJ is your friend, too. Don't you forget that, okay?
You what you're doing in my office.
I'm waiting for somebody.
Try the waiting room.
I'll wait here.
You don't seem to understand, Ruby. This is my office.
Oh, I know. It's a pretty nice office. I don't much care for that painting, though.
I mean it. I've got a lot of work to do, and I want you out of this office.
Too bad. I'm staying here.
Never thought you were very smart. You leave me no choice, Ruby.
Who are you calling?
Security. If you won't leave on your own, I'll have someone escort you out of here.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
Is that a threat? What do you think you're doing?
TJ, is that you?
Can I come in?
What are you doing?
Just testing the waters to see if it's okay, safe to come in.
Take your chances.
I hope you're not upset that I told Paige about Allison.
No, Big Mouth, I'm not upset. No, we had a real nice talk.
Good. I was worried about you, Ashley.
Yeah, I know that. Thank you.
Did Paige help?
Yeah, I think she gave me some good advice. She told me that I ought to go see Victoria Bellman and that maybe she could tell me how Allison was.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I think so. She told me something else, too.
What?
That you're my friend.
I've been telling you that for a long time.
I know. I know. Listen, there's something that you can help me with that I sure can't talk to Paige about.
What's that?
This crazy idea that Justin has about your father coming to work for Marshall Oil.
Yeah, I know. I've been worried about it, too.
Well, what are we going to do about it, TJ?
I don't know.
Well, we have to do something. If your father comes to work at Marshall Oil, it's going to ruin everything for both of us.
I've had it, Ruby.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I want you out of here this minute.
Temper, temper. You really shouldn't be talking to me in that tone of voice.
I can talk to you any way I want.
I don't think so.
Just what are you trying to pull now, Ruby?
I'm just settling up a score.
A score?
I don't much like the way you treat me. You think just because you're rich and you got this fancy office and this fancy job, you can treat me like dirt. Well, you're not going to get away with it.
Is that a threat?
Maybe it is. Maybe you ought to listen.
I'm tired of listening to you. I want you out of here now.
Hello, Reena. Come on, Ruby. You about ready?
Anytime you are.
Hope you didn't mind her waiting here.
Oh, Reena didn't mind. We just had a real nice chat, didn't we?
Good. I was hoping the two of you might get along.
Oh, we did.
Good.
Reena and I understand each other.
I'm glad. Come on, let's go. Bye, Reena.
Reena, you'll remember our little talk, won't you?
Something wrong, Joe?
No, not really. I'm getting antsy about getting back down in the canyon.
What I thought you suggested that we don't go down till tomorrow.
No, I don't think we should. It's just that I'd really like to find another way down in there.
Well, would you like to go exploring?
Yeah, I would like to go exploring. Would you like to go with me?
No, I think that both of us shouldn't be completely exhausted. So why don't you go on ahead of me?
You gonna be okay up here by yourself?
Yes, I'll be fine. And anyway, I want to finish up those notes I was taking. I don't want to be down on that canyon floor having to worry about paperwork.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna wander around and see what I can find then.
Well, that's fine. And I'll make us something to eat while you're gone.
All right. In that case, I won't be too long.
Take your time. I'll be here when you get back.
Feeling better?
Ricky, I feel just terrible about dragging you here because I think we're on a wild goose chase.
Hey, Brett, I want you to get something straight. I'm here because I want to be.
What about your career, though? What's going to happen to that?
Hey, would you let me worry about my career?
Ricky, you have jeopardized your career coming here with me. I didn't want you to do that.
You know something? You are really something.
Why?
Well, if I remember correctly, the only fight we ever had was because you thought my career was too frivolous.
Oh, please, don't remind me of that. I was wrong, okay?
Hey, Brett, I didn't say it to make you feel bad.
You couldn't make me feel worse than I do right now.
All right. I guess it's time I spelled it out for you.
What? Spelled what out?
You are, without a doubt, the most interesting woman I've ever met.
Well, most people wouldn't call it interesting. More like obsessive, stubborn, one-track-minded.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't exactly argue with them about that either. Brett, the point is, I care more about you than I have ever cared for almost anybody.
Oh, Ricky, I care about you, too. And I know I don't always act like I do.
And there is no way this trip is going to be a waste.
Don't, please.
What?
Look, until all of this is settled with Haito Pa and Miles, I can't get involved with anybody. It wouldn't be fair.
Hey, would you let me worry about what's fair for me?
I'm also known for trying to take charge.
I can hold my own.
Yeah, I know that you can. But I can't get involved with you right now. Not out here.
Stay tuned. Texas will be right back.
When are you going to go and see Vicki Bellman?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't even thought that far ahead yet.
Well, promise me you'll do it soon, all right? I think it might help.
Boy, life sure is strange, isn't it, TJ?
What do you mean?
Me going to see Vicki Bellman?
What's wrong with that? Seems fine to me.
Well, she's Rena's mother.
So?
Well, it just seems strange to me. I mean, I'm going to that woman for help, and her daughter is the whole reason that I have these problems.
It's time.
Time to turn the screws on you, Ashley Marshall.
This part of Texas was brought to you by new Duncan Hines Bran Muffin Mix. For bran muffins so moist and delicious, you may forget to butter them. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Texas.
Why do I consider myself an extreme soap fan? I've been watching soap since 1976 with Another World. Bet you can't guess what my favorite soap is, though, of all time. Does this give you a clue? It was Texas. In fact, I love Texas so much that I not only videotaped or audiotaped all the episodes, but I also created my own episode guide to Texas. It goes scene by scene from all 617 episodes. I'm Brian, and I'm an extreme soap fan. I began audio taping all of the episodes starting in 1978. Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm an extreme soap fan. I've been watching soap since 1976. I got so hooked into Another World, I've got all the episodes from 1981 to 1999 on videotape here in my videotape collection. The Bold and the Beautiful, basically from the day one right through to now, virtually every episode, and several years worth of Edge of Night, Search for Tomorrow, and some of the other soaps like Young and the Restless and As the World Turns.
Quite a sight in Novi today.